Hello, this is episode 2 of Real Talk Live. There's nothing up here this time because I didn't like the little logo down there. Ignore that. Today we are talking about what is stopping you from taking action. What is stopping you? And this is something that comes up all the time because you go, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to get the results X, Y, Z. But what is stopping you? Honestly, what is stopping you? Is it your environment? Is it your situation? Is it the fact that you want to create a business but you're working full time? Is it the fact that you don't have supportive people around you? Or is the truth of the matter the fact that what's stopping you from taking action is your own beliefs in how you can't take action and how you can't go after what you want? And these are really the core reasons why so many people are not taking action when they could be, and let's face it, they should be. Because the potential out there for you and for everyone around you is truly limitless, but you can only get the results you want if you start taking action. And I'm not saying go on, if you're, for example, if you're working on it's bank holiday today, so a lot of people are not working, but if you are working and you want to take that job, taking action does not mean, right, I'm going to hand in my notice tomorrow and be like, done, I'm off. Taking action can mean, okay, I'm going to create 5 new clients before I quit my job. I'm going to create X amount of income before I can quit my job. That is fine. That is whatever you need to do to create that. That's what you do. Some people, myself, for example, would actually be on more of the fence of going, actually, I'm just going to quit and go because my own personal beliefs and values and everything, I know I need that push to get to where I want to go. I don't really like playing safe, but that's just me, that's not you. So it all does come down to your beliefs and what you can achieve. If you know that you can achieve certain actions, then there's nothing stopping you doing that. All it comes down to is the fact that in your current situation, remember your current situation is not the same situation that will be tomorrow, next week, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years. You will not be in that situation again if you choose to take action. Or you can sit there and go, oh, I really want X, Y, Z. I kind of know I need to do this, but you don't do it. That's, the confidence comes out, the beliefs of saying, I can't, I won't, I shouldn't. That's where this starts to come out, and that's where you don't take action. And if you don't take action, how do you expect to get the results that you want and desire? Action needs to be happening to implement the strategies that you learn. And if you go to a 2-day seminar, for example, they give you a lot of them give you a lot of value. Some of them don't give you any value, but a lot of them give you so much value. But I'm willing to bet that the majority of people in that room by the Wednesday are back in the same situation they were on the Wednesday before that. That is because they have not implemented the actions that they've learned in that seminar to get them where they want to go. It all comes down to implementing the actions and learning the strategies. Implementing the strategy, but it all comes down to action. You've got to be able to go, this is why I currently am, this is why I want to go, this is what I need to do, and this is the results I'm going to get. Once you refine this and make sure all it aligns with everything about your life, your business, your wealth, that's a massive thing for me. You've got to make sure it all aligns, because there's no point doing action if you're doing it in the wrong way or not even a purposeful action. Because that's when you start chasing your own tail. You go, I'm doing all this action, 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 but I'm not getting the results. I'm not getting the clients. I'm not finding the new possibilities, the new opportunities. I'm just chasing my own tail because, exactly, Nick, towards and away from. Are you a towards person or are you away from someone? Do you not want to do that? Do you want to do this? For me, I think there's always a balance. Okay, I don't want to have this, so I want this. I want this, so I don't have this. These are the sort of traits that people have, and this is where the action comes into place, because you know deep down, every single person watching this video, welcome everyone, you know deep down that you have all the knowledge you need to implement some actions to get you where you want to go. You may think that okay, I need to do this, but I need to do this, and this first. I am willing to bet that if you broke that down even further, you would actually say, okay, I need to do this, and this. Oh, actually, I can start off with this. I can start off with that. Because that's what counts. It's how you start. It's not about the actions in 6 months' time. It's about making sure that you start now so the actions in 6 months' time will get you where you want to go. Will get you closer to that big goal of yours. And every goal has a goal. We all know this. But you will never reach that goal. You will never reach that bigger goal. You will never quit that job. You will never do anything if you don't start taking action and control of what you're doing. You're in control of the time that you spend. You're in control of every aspect of your life. Realistically, you are. So if you're in an environment that you don't like, if you're in a situation that is not helping you, if you're surrounding yourself by people that are hindering you, then you are the only one that's in control of changing those situations. No one will ever wake up and say, hey, Stephen, you're hanging around with those sort of people. It's probably not helping you. Why don't you go hang around with some other people instead? Nobody does that, right? Unless you're like drastically having some sort of repercussions of hanging around with those people. But normally people don't see that, because what it is that on the outside, those people, that environment, the situation can seem perfectly fine. But it's the story you're telling yourself in your head about those people, about that situation, about that environment. That's what causes people to not take action. That's what causes people to hinder themselves even further with their beliefs, and maybe they're not even in touch with their values. So taking action, the smallest bit of action, that's what I said, I'm not saying take huge action. I'm not saying go out there right now and say you're going to get 300 new clients this week. Sure, it's possible. Everything's possible. But let's be realistic. If you're not in a position to go out there and get 10 clients this week, what are you in a position to do? Are you in a position to go out there and talk to 20 people with the thought of going, okay, these are great people just to connect with. It may lead to this, it may lead to that. What are you in the position to go out there and write, I'm going to write a free ebook to give to my subscribers because that will help keep the engagement up? Yeah. Am I in the position to do a Facebook Live that is giving value and not doing it for the sake of doing it? Are you in that position? Can you make that time? Because the moment you decide that you can make the time, that's where you can decide that you're going to implement the actions to get you close to where you want to go and closer to what you want to be. Because nothing will happen. Nothing. As depressing as it sounds, you will still be in the same situation, in the same position, in the same job that you hate, in the same business that you've created and you don't really love anymore. Whatever that is, you will be in the same position if you do not start taking action to change that position, to change that environment, to change that situation. Whether that is finding a new business partner, whether that is going to seminars, whether that is closing your business altogether, whatever it is, you're the one that has to make these conscious decisions to make this. These are the small action steps that you can do to create the life and business and environment that you want to do and that that will actually thrive off. Because there's no point doing things for the sake of doing things. Because it's not going to help you, it's not going to help anyone around you, it's just doing it for the sake of doing it. So Facebook Lives, loads of people are doing Facebook Lives. But are you doing it for a reason? Are you doing it purposefully? Or are you doing it because you're like, bugger, I have to do a Facebook Live today? You don't have to do anything, okay? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to change the situation you're in right now. You don't have to change the environment you're in. You don't have to change any beliefs that you have. You don't have to look at the values you have. You don't have to do anything. But if there's that little bit of doubt in you, if there's that little bit of doubt which creates possibilities, then this is the time that you start creating the action to change those beliefs, to check on your values, to change your environment, to change your situation. And it all starts with taking action. And I don't care what that action is, as long as it's action towards something. So is it the fact that, okay, I really want to go to a seminar next week? Great. Book onto that seminar. What is stopping you? Nothing. There's nothing stopping you taking any sort of action to get you closer to where you want to be. So it's Bank Holiday Monday. Take this time, because sometimes bank holidays people have a little bit more time. So take this opportunity, because it is an opportunity for you to see what you can be implementing in action over the next 3 months. What is coming up that you can go, okay, this is where I want to go in the end of the 3 months. I want you to today create a plan of action, and break these action steps down to something that is so easy to do, you can't help not doing it. But the point is, every single time you do a bit of action, it's leading up to that bigger goal. It's leading up to that bigger event. That's what you need to start creating. Those are the to-do lists that you need to start writing. Those are the things that you need on the vision board. You need to be having things that you can go, right, that's where I want to go. This is what I need to do. Because that's when you start creating that action, when you start creating the that momentum. It all starts because, you've started. 2, you've consciously said, these are the actions I need to make. And have fun doing it, because if you make it into a chore, you will not do it. You will not do it. Chores, nobody likes doing chores. So you need to be making the actions fun. You need to be making the actions aligned with who you are, where you are, what you want. You know, what's your current environment? What's your current situation? What's your current beliefs? All the stuff. And you need to consciously be going, right, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. And you just start. You start today. You start right now. You start implementing the actions that you create. Okay, that you decide. That you decide what you want to do with your life. There's no online course. There's no coach. There's no mentor. There's nothing that can decide what you want to do with your life. You got to decide what you want to do with your life, and start taking that action today, because that is something that you are out of control of. Time. We're not in control of time. So this is why you start today. This is why you start creating those actions today. I want to hear what you're creating. I want to see what you're creating. So if you create something, tag me in it. Share it to me. Send it to me. I want to see your creations. I want to see your action plans. Go out there and do it. Go out there and be the person that you want to be. Go out there and create what you want to create. And go out there and have fun, enjoy it. Go out there with a smile, even though it's raining. But go out there with a smile and enjoy the life that you want to create. And you know that you will enjoy it because you have created it. It has been in your control that you have created it. And that all comes down with you consciously saying, this is what I want to do. These are the actions I need to do. This is the life I want to create. So go out there and do it. Thank you for watching. You have been amazing. If you've enjoyed this live, give it a share. Give it a thumbs up. Do what you got to do. Get it out there, because you never know who might need this. You never know who is listening. That's why I love doing these sort of things, because you just have no idea who's listening. But other than that, have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. Have an amazing month. Have an amazing year. And be amazing, man. Be amazing. See ya.